Well, hello everyone and welcome or welcome back to Life of Wonders. This is Polo and I love making videos of dolls, toys and Disney collectibles, and as always, if you like this kind of content and you feel like supporting the channel, then you already know what to do. So today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing I would say the main doll within the line of Barbie the movie dolls, which is the Perfect Day Barbie. I've previously reviewed the Western one, which I think might be one of the most iconic dolls within the line. But anyway, this one is very pretty too. It was very unfortunate, I think, that it was the first leaked image, and then I don't think that doll was making justice to this particular release. I think it looks so much better in person, and I hope you can appreciate that in the video. So anyway, as these are categorized as more of a budget release in between brackets, that is, in the US it retails for 25 US dollars, and then when it's exported in Europe, the retail is 50 euros, which it will convert to at least 55 US dollars. So anyway, but this is supposed to be one of the two that are more accessible in terms of price, and we're gonna check it out. And then the rest of the dolls so far are part of the signature line, and the prices go all the way to 50 in the US and around 75 euros, if not more. In other places, like I'm just talking about Europe, but I'm really assuming that the prices go up in every other place where these dolls are exported. So anyway, this is the packaging. I previously also shared that this packaging is slightly smaller, and it's like thinner and shorter, but I think it has um the perfect size for displaying this doll. I believe that these boxes are very quintessential Barbie as well, with the big Barbie, the movie retro style logo, and then the window display actually goes all the way to the top as well. So if you are planning to keep her in the box, it will display beautifully with light entering from above. But if you want to take her out, you can definitely take her in again, and it's a really nice piece. And then I'm guessing that this time around we can also use the background as a backdrop if we wanted to. So this is the way she's displayed. So pretty. I love the 50s retro vibes we're getting with these outfits. I would say the majority of outfits that appear when she's still like a doll in Barbie Land have this flair to it in a way. And then on the one side we have the logo enclosed in the heart, the Barbie the movie logo, and then the dream house. And then the other side is exactly the same but in reverse. And then in the back we have the first promotional picture of Barbie as Margot Robbie as Barbie. And so many people complained, and I have to address it again because they said that, I don't know, the doll was far too ugly, and it couldn't resemble very well the features of Margot. But if you look at her, I know that the way they've actually executed the bangs this time around, it's more of a, I don't know, of a doll sort of like attempt, very similar to what we can find in the Toy Story Barbie, as opposed to a realistic take. But the sculpt, as far as I can see, is exactly the same as the rest of Barbie dolls that will be released. Um, and I think it pretty much looks like her, and I really don't understand. I know that Margot sometimes can look softer and sweeter and all those things, but in reality, if we look at this picture of her here, we can see that her features are hard in a way. I mean, she's got a very big mouth, and then I don't know. She doesn't look as soft as any other play line, or even if we get back in time, she does not look like the superstar mold either. For example, so for people that might have wished she was looking like that, then it wouldn't have resembled the actress. And I think the features of Margot herself are just very much present, and I think that both Margot and this doll are beautiful. So here we can read greetings from Barbie Land, wishing you the best day ever. And now I will take her out of the box and I'll show you all her details up close. Well, as always, before I continue, I just wanted to share how the backdrop looks, which I think is a really nice piece. Again, I didn't take this piece of plastic because I was planning to probably put her back, and this is like a supporting piece, but you can definitely remove it and it won't leave like real consistent marks. And the backdrop on its own, it's very beautiful, and it can open like in these three panels, and so you really don't have to have a dream house to create scenes, because you already have these backdrops which are really nicely printed, very nicely saturated, and here we can see details that will be able to explore when the movie is released. But anyway, so it's a very nice piece of backdrop. Just need to remove the piece of plastic like so, and this one does not come with any certificate of authenticity from the signature label or a stamp. So I believe that is why these actually cost a little less. But not only that, I mean, the materials used are definitely cheaper, and we're going to explore that now. But nevertheless, it's a really nice piece of background. Alright, so here we have our Barbie out of the packaging. It was far too easy to remove, actually, and I have to say that I like this doll quite a lot. I think she's very pretty. I love what she's wearing. I think it's very, very close to what we see in the actual movie. Although I have to say that the quality is very different to the previous I reviewed, which is the Western Barbie. And I know that again, the difference in origin for the retail price is basically half the price, but that is reflected in the materials used and everything else really. And yeah, I will address what we can find on this store, and then I will put them side by side so you can see a little bit. But um I think it's quite hard to see the quality of it, like in terms of fabrics and things, until you have her on your hands, because it's hard, although to notice, because everything looks very perfect, but it feels different when you touch it, if that makes sense. So first of all, I'm not mad at all with these again Toy Story like sort of like bangs that they've given her. I think it looks cool. It looks like a doll. In this, I mean, I think this will be the version or the way in which Barbie is going to be presented to us at the very beginning of the movie, with the perfect day kind of thing. And she's a doll in that state, even though everything's live action, she's within the doll form. And then so that's why I don't think I mind so much that they've given her these doll shaped um, or doll form bangs that in a way make m- it makes me think, and it makes me feel so much like if I were staring at the Toy Story doll. The sculpt is magnificent. I love her. At some point, there's no pixelation. I don't know. I just like it very much. Now, I like that the bangs have gel in a way because it looks the most perfect, and for a perfect day themed Barbie, I think it's kind of important. Although if we turn her around and we check out the rest of the hair, I don't know, at least mine, even though it's saran and it's soft, it's definitely much shorter than the length that we can find for the rest of the Barbies that are signature within the line. And to me, the color is the same. It's like a combination of platinum and honey, light honey color, and but it's very much dry and like almost like burnt. And so in that, I can say that there's already a difference when it comes to the other doll, which I will be putting it side by side to her. Then she also comes with like three pieces of jewelry that are um, these two earrings that I believe they're like Daisy themed, the necklace, and the bracelet, and very similar to what we can also see in the movie. The pieces of jewelry are painted and are removable. I mean, the earrings are completely removable, as well as the necklace and the bracelet. And then she's got this beautiful picnic style dress, which I think that the construction is really good. I love the way it's been sewn and it's hemmed as well. It's just that okay, so we've got the pleats all around actually, which is also very good. It velcros on the back. As far as I know, the other pieces have snaps as opposed to velcro, but then again that goes with the budget feel to it. So the pleated style goes all the way around, which is very good, and it looks magnificent. I mean, it looks very cool, but then when I touch it, it's just like one of the thinnest, super papery materials that I can't even reference any other from recent times that would be exactly the same. Like, I think this is thinner than most of the fashionistas um, outfit pieces. So it looks cool, and that is the most important thing because it looks better than it feels. And I think that because it's pleated all the way around, it has a lot of volume as well. I wish it had a little bit of like a I don't know, fishnet, or like in the shape of a petticoat to create more volume. But I think the volume that already has is pretty close to the one that we see in the movie. And I appreciate that this time they've given her underwear, which is cool. But again, it feels nothing like the feel of the other material that I encountered for the Western Barbie. And then for now, or as so far, we know that these dolls have the Barbie Extra semi-articulated body, and I'm not mad that she's got this body. First of all, because it's my personal preference when it comes to pose. The dolls, as I think it looks a little bit more natural, and I also think that it creates a more styled version. Like, for example, if we had so many points of articulation like for the legs, they wouldn't look as styled, in a way. And um and that is something in this particular case I like, because it gives us that feeling of being vintage when we didn't have as many interference when looking at the door, because it was basically it has more articulation than the vintage ones, um, but just enough so it can still pass as vintage doll without having the super sometimes okay, we're so used to it, but we have to admit that it looks a bit weird, and it takes a bit of the realism from it. It creates realism with extra poses, but then it takes also the aesthetics of these sort of like vintage style. So for example, for the feet, if they had the extra articulation here, they wouldn't look as this. And I think that's why I kind of prefer this body. And also remember that this body, it's slightly, without being a model muse, it's slightly thinner because it does not have the upper torso articulation, etc. So the fit of the clothing is going to be um, a little bit more tight, and I think that also accentuates the figure is like ever so slightly more, and so that's why I'm saying all this. So she's got this belt that is also made out of this fabric. Again, the construction is excellent. And then the belt, I think, yeah, no, the belt is actually attached. I, for whatever reason, I thought it was like a different piece, but it's just the one single piece of the outfit. This is what we can see on the back. And then for the shoes, she's got these stiletto style shoes with a little bit of a heart, with textured, and they remind me so much of the classic pumps, but then again with this new inclined fit that was incorporated in the early 2000s, and it's a bit more accentuated than the vintage inclination of the fit. And I like it. And again, I don't think it would have looked like it with a made to move body. So that is why. But now I will place her like so, and here I have the previous one that I already reviewed. So this is the Western Barbie, that's signature, and this is the budget perfect day, and they both look amazing. They both have the very same sculpt, but the hair on this one feels so much better than in this one over here. And then the materials, when you even though this one has printed on details and things like that, no, I mean, this material, the construction is really cool for both, but the material is so much better. um in reality, even though again it looks so good that I could definitely overpass that. But here you can see the difference. Just like this hair is just horrible right now, and I actually brushed it before I continued with the review. So yeah, I just think that it's different. But both of them are very beautiful, and both of them are very quintessential Barbie, and I'm very happy to have them both. I will of course be reviewing so many more, but for now, today we've covered the perfect day Barbie, and I hope that you've enjoyed this review. And if you have, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, I will be more than happy to get back to all of you. For now, stay safe, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye bye.